Hey, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making some callaloo. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll put a list of ingredients below. So I'm using 2 bundles of dasheen bush bhagi, or you could even use baby spinach if you don't have access to dasheen bush. My dasheen bush was not so fresh, but I just didn't want to waste anything, so I made it work. So I'm removing the leafy part from the stem and peeling the stem. Spinach or dasheen is a really good source of vitamin K, and it's packed with nutrients and vitamins. I like to use baby spinach almost every day when I'm making my smoothies. Next time you feel like you're stressed out, just do like a dasheen leaf and just let all the stress roll off. Just let it slide off. So I chopped up my spinach. A rough chop is fine because it's going to melt down and we're gonna blend it anyway. So chop it up roughly, spinach leaves and then the stems. You can separate them to make it easier to chop. Alrighty, moving on to one of my favorite things ever, okras. So I used about 10 okras. I cut the top and the end off and then I chopped it up. Again, you don't have to chop it very small because it will melt down and we're gonna blend all of this. And onto the pumpkins. I chopped it up with magic. Just kidding. I really chopped it up like this. One huge carrot in this recipe as well. I like to use a lot of vegetables when I'm making a dish like this because it's an easy way to hide but yet get in our vegetables and you don't really see it because it's all blended, but yet you're getting all the nutrients in it. I would say to chop the carrots a little bit on the smaller side because carrots take a while to cook and we don't want it to be too hard when we're trying to blend all the other stuff in the pot. Alrighty, so in addition to that, we have some pimentos, a huge red onion, you could use a regular onion, and 1 whole head of garlic. I like to smash my garlic to release all the oils and all that good stuff, and then we peel it and chop it up. Okay, so onto our onion, we're gonna cut our onion in half and then we're gonna flip it over, cut the top, cut the bottom and peel the first layer. After that, we will dice this onion up, and yes, I did end up crying while cutting this onion. It's okay. To make this dish, I use the Cuisina 3-in-1 cooker instead of a pot, but you could use a pot, that's fine. Here are all my veggies, and to the hot pan we are adding about 2 tablespoons of avocado oil, and then throwing in our onions, allowing that to sweat and just saute until it gets transparent. Okay, so next we're gonna be adding our pimentos. Let that sweat work its magic for a little bit, and then we'll add in our garlic. Alrighty, so let's add our carrots, pumpkin, and okra. So we'll leave this to simmer for some time. And to this we can add our salt, black pepper. I use some Maggi all-purpose powdered seasoning, and you can I also added a couple sprigs of thyme. So for every callaloo, you must have some coconut milk. Unfortunately, I didn't have fresh coconut to make my own milk, but I did use this Eve pack. And all we had to do with that is add it to 1 cup of water, and boom, coconut milk. So here I'm adding the dried seasonings to this delicious dish. I'm adding in this chopped up stems here, letting that cook for just a couple seconds, and then we could add in the leaves. So for the leaves, you could add it bit by bit because it might seem like a lot, but it will continue to boil down and shrink down in size. So you can maybe add half or even quarter at a time. So here I'm adding the coconut milk. I didn't want to add plenty water because I don't like my callaloo too watery. So I added 1 cup of that coconut milk and maybe 1.5 cups of water afterwards. So you can average, and according to however you like it, you can add as you go. So continue adding your dasheen bush, leave it to simmer down, and then you can add it until you add it all. You can give it a couple stirs in and out, and this might take around 30 minutes or so to cook. You just want to let everything boil down, keep stirring it so you get all the flavors incorporated. So I'm using a hand blender to blend my callaloo, or if you want to and you don't have a hand blender, you could use a regular blender, but take your time and be careful when putting this into a normal blender. So I'm blending here, and at this point you can decide if you'd like to add more water and if you want a more runny consistency for your callaloo, or if you like it a little bit thick like me. So I liked this consistency. I know it's a little bit thick, but it's fine because I eat it alone. Usually if you want to eat it as a side with maybe quinoa or rice, some people love this with macaroni pie. I do. You can make it a little bit more runny by adding a little bit more water. So here I am dishing out my good callaloo soup, and afterwards I took the remaining callaloo when it was cooled down and I placed it into Ziploc bags. So I put that into the freezer for an easy meal. Thank you so much for making it this far. If you have any other recipes you'd like to see from me, comment below and let me know. Bye!